So what's up guys, it's here by Nino or Quadgy, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Warzone Season 4 Potentially Reloaded. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and cover to you guys the top 10 most overpowered class setups in my eyes as of the most recent update for Warzone Season 4. With the Reloaded update coming in really quickly, I just wanted to give you guys a preview of what potentially could be meta, what's going to stay meta, and what I think personally is the most overpowered guns right now. So you guys are excited to see what the most overpowered guns are in my opinion? Make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I definitely don't want to waste your time because I know it's the weekend and you want to be out there partying instead of maybe playing Warzone. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about things really quick. First off, when it comes to my tactical and lethal, I always use a sim shot in the throwing knife, just easier for little plays that I want to make. Of course, you can use smokes if you want, but I like healing up really quickly and potentially moving around a little bit faster, and then finishing off my opponents. And for my perk package, I always use sleight of hand for faster reload, mountaineer to fly off buildings a little bit more easily. Obviously, I don't get too much fall damage, which is nice. Tempered for you know, faster armor plating, and then flex so that I can hear my opponents a lot more easily, and enemy explosives are like delayed, because when you die to a cluster mine, that really screws you over. And that's pretty much what I use on every loadout here. But starting things off, let's go ahead and talk about the TAC V. So for the muzzle on the TAC V, we're going to be rocking the ZEM35 compensated flash hider, shortens our radar ping so we're not on the minimap too much longer, so that we're on the minimap on a little bit less time. And we also have vertical recoil control, horizontal recoil control, and firing instability. This gun does have some minor kick to it, so it's going to help stabilize the gun a lot more easily and give us a faster time to kill by 5 to 15%. Next up, we got the barrel of the 18-inch precision 6 barrel, giving us a ton more bullet velocity and range, boosting those stats up by 24 or 10%, making this gun melt even faster at farther ranges. The underbarrel here is going to be the Bruin Pivot's vertical grip for that gun kick control, vertical recoil control, aiming out of sway, and firing instability. This gun mostly has vertical recoil, as you guys can see there from the 35 degrees, so by lowering that by a good amount, we could be a lot more accurate with this gun, making it super effective. Our rear grip here is going to be the FSS Combat Grip for recoil control and gun kick control, improving all those stats by 7% for better accuracy and a faster time to kill. And our magazine is going to be the 50-round drum mag to have as much ammo as possible for the multiple fully armored opponents. And when it comes to the TAC V, I really love it. By the way, if you want to use an optic, just sacrifice the rear grip. But if you haven't seen my recent video on this thing's an absolute melt machine. And as long as you control the recoil of this thing, it might be your new favorite like AR to use. If you still prefer using LMGs, the HOLGER is a little bit better, but this battle rifle packs a punch. Next up, let's talk about the SUPERI 46 SMG. So for our muzzle, we got the Shadow Strike Suppressor S, keeping us off the minimap every time we shoot, with no visible downsides, so be sneaky and be that perfect assassin to take out opponents. The barrel here is going to be the Lux 30 Heavy Barrel, and I love this because it maximizes our recoil control. Makes this gun a lot more stable and easier to use at farther ranges by 12%, and we just lose some ADS speed and fire speed, which you think might be bad, but we got other attachments to kind of take care of those attributes. The underbarrel here is the trusty DR6 handstop with the ADS speed and fire speed boost, boosting that by 8 to 90%, basically nullifying the effects of the previous attachment, and we get a bunch more movement speed and aim walking speed straight from left and right quickly, and be able to track down our opponents or run away. The stock here is going to be the Jack Cutthroat stock to really help with the aim walking speed, aim walking steadiness, and movement speed, making us one of the most cracked out players possible. And as you can see from the stats, we don't lose too much in terms of recoil control. Plus, we kind of already took care of that with the barrel, which is pretty nice to see. And then for the magazine, we can only go up to a 40-round mag. Really wish this gun had like a 50-round mag. It would really make it meta in the current meta of Warzone. But all you gotta deal with is this 40-round mag. And there you guys go. I love the SUPERI. I don't know if I still prefer it over the WSP9. This and the WSP9 are pretty close, but at medium ranges, where, you know, short to medium ranges where this gun is gonna shine, it's legit nice, and it feels great to move with. It moves really, really fast as you know, strafe and outstrafe your opponents, and you're gonna be winning a lot of gunfights just because of your movement. Now let's move over to the ultimate long-range LMG, and that's gonna be the HOLGER 26. This is what everybody loves to use at long range. Muzzle, once again, is gonna be the ZEM35 compensated flash hider for all the attributes that we kind of talked about with the TAC V, making this gun more accurate. The barrel here is gonna be the HOLGER factory barrel for that bullet velocity and damage range, boosting this gun's attributes by 20% and 10%, so this gun is a lot better at farther ranges, melting faster, and we get better control in terms of our recoil, and horizontal recoil, and vertical recoil, making this gun just a bit more accurate. On the barrel is going to be the Bruin Heavy Support Grip, which is different from the Pivot because this focuses on the horizontal directions. This gun has a little bit more horizontal to deal with than vertical. The vertical really isn't all that bad to deal with. even though the stats kind of say otherwise. Just trust me, when you put this on, you're going to be beaming fools in combination with these other attachments. Next up, we got the stock of the Ascent Lord stock to help our recoil control even further with the aiming out of sway, gun kick control, and firing aim stability, boosting those attributes by 7 to 18%, making this gun super stable. And then lastly, our optic is going to be the Jack Glasses optic for that precision sight picture and that extra firing aim stability, keeping this gun even more steady as opposed to the other optics, which don't give you firing aim stability. And there you guys go. That's how I'm rocking the HORUS 26. Basically, this is the LMG you want to use if you don't mind using an LMG. It has no recoil at all. It is so nice at what it does. And it has a 60 round mag by default, so it's not even like that slow either in my opinion. It still feels kind of speedy for like an LMG. And I love using it. Got my first 40 bomb on Rebirth using this thing. It's crazy. Next up, we got personally my favorite SMG that has been in Warzone this entire year, and that's going to be the WSP9. Muzzle is once again going to be the Shadow Strike Suppressor S for obvious reasons. On the barrel here is actually going to be the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop to help us with that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed majorly, boosting that up by 8 and 7%, giving us a way faster time to kill. And we focus on that vertical recoil control and gun kick control, so you can be a little bit more accurate at those farther ranges if you want to stretch out the ranges using this weapon. For our stock here, we actually have the WSP factory stock for the ADS speed, movement speed, and sprint speed to move around the map a lot more rapidly and be able to chase down opponents or run away for whatever reason. Our rear grip is going to be the Marauder grip, which takes care of all our recoil control properties, boosting everything by 7 or 10%, which is a really nice boost. And then lastly, for our magazine, we got the 50 round mag. We want as much ammo as possible for the multiple fully armored opponents we're going to be going up against, especially in quads. But if you wanted more movement, or you're playing like lower, squad bases or whatever, you could run 40 round mag in trios or duos or whatever, even 32 round mag in like solos. So you can go a lot of ways with this gun, which is sweet. But there you guys go. I really love the WSP9. It's always felt solid to me. I think I remember getting my first ever 30 bomb in Warzone using this thing because it just feels great. It even does decently at range, so the versatility of this gun is what really sells it. It doesn't have that movement like the SUPERI. It still has really great movement, but has a pretty nice time to kill. You can take down multiple opponents, and you don't gotta worry about ammo. It's pretty sweet. For our next gun here, I actually want to talk about the SVA 545, which is still kind of decent as a long-range gun. Now, when it comes to the muzzle, I actually used to use the sonic suppressor on this thing, but there was some like bullet spread that happens when you use the sonic suppressor. So by using the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor, you're a lot more accurate, you stay off the minimap, and you get more bullet velocity and damage range, allowing this gun to melt faster. Trust, you're going to see a nice difference when using this gun at farther ranges and having a faster time to kill. Our barrel here is going to be once again the STV Precision Barrel for bullet velocity and damage range, boosting this gun's attributes by 12 to 15%, making it melt a lot faster at farther ranges. And we have aiming out of sway, gun kick control, and recoil control to keep this gun steady and give us a faster time to kill. Next up, we got the 5.45 high grain rounds, boosting this gun's damage even further with that bullet velocity and damage range, boosting that up by 15%. Could be melting way faster, and people are going to be very surprised by it. Our optic is going to be the Jack Glasses optic, just the best optic in the game. And our magazine is going to be the 60 round mag, because you want as much ammo as possible for the long range opponents you're going to be dealing with, multiple opponents here in Warzone. And when it comes down to it, you could also take off the ammunition and put on like the Bruin Heavy support grip as well if you want a little bit more accuracy. But the SVA, apparently people really like it with the Spiritfire suppressor as opposed to the sonic suppressor. So go ahead and rock with it, for longer ranges, see how accurate it is for yourself. And it definitely feels more accurate here in the firing range. I haven't personally tried it myself with the Spiritfire suppressor, but I can see the damage potential this gun still has. And if you want to use an AR again, try this out. Next up, we got another beastly SMG, and that's going to be the FJX HORUS. For the muzzle, once again, we're using the SAM-35 compensated flash hider. This gun just has way too much recoil, so you can't use the regular suppressor, but try this out, and you'll be accurate and melty. For the barrel here, we're actually using the Ruse 90 light barrel because I wanted all that movement, that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, boosted by 4%, making us melt faster. We also get movement speed and sprint speed, boosting our movements by like crazy amounts. And we even get a little bit of vertical recoil control using this light barrel as well. All we lose is some bullet velocity, and this is one of the best attachments in the game, so I definitely recommend it. For our underbarrel here, we're using the Kimura Seraphic vertical grip, and the reason why I opted for this is because it not only does it help us with our movement, but we also get a bunch of gun kick control and vertical recoil control, which this gun definitely has a ton more of. So if you want to stretch out your ranges a bit with this gun, this is going to make it a lot easier to have happen, and you get more movement. And for our rear grip, we got the LOL 9M grip for that recoil control, gun kick control, and firing aim stability, keeping this gun even more accurate and thus giving us a faster time to kill. And our magazine here is going to be the 60 round drum mag, which was now unlockable through the new conversion kit, and now we can attach it without the conversion kit, allowing this gun to have a really high magazine capacity, and you can melt opponents perfectly that way. So yeah, when it comes to the HORUS, you can run it in a variety of ways. You can even take off the rear grip and put on the stock of like the Modest 30 stock or the Ripper Light stock if you want even more movement. But honestly, just the way this gun feels with this build right here, it has decent movement for it is, but like I said, you could always add a little bit more movement to it. And you got that accuracy and now that magazine size to take down multiple opponents. Obviously, don't go for people at super far ranges because that's not where this gun shines. But as long as you keep yourself within like 10 to 15 meters, you're going to be bodying people very easily. Next up, we're actually going to be talking about the HOLGER 556 AR, which is pretty nice at long ranges. Muzzle is going to be the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor for all the reasons that we already stated with the SVA 545. The barrel here is going to be the Creo 6 Match for that bullet velocity and damage range, boosting this gun's attributes by 10 or 20%, making it melt really fast. And we get some extra accuracy with that recoil control and gun kick control. On the barrel is going to be the Bruin Heavy Support Grip to focus on that horizontal recoil and make this gun overall more accurate. The optic, as usual, is the Jack Glasses optic. Don't really gotta say much there. And for our magazine, sadly, this is the one thing that brings this gun back, and that's going to be the 40 round mag. A lot more people would use this, I feel like, if it had like a 50 round mag or a 60 round mag, but with only 40 rounds, you're kind of left without ammo for multiple opponents, so that's all you can really deal with there. But the HOLGER, it's such a nice gun, man. I really prefer this over the HOLGER 26 just because obviously it has more movement and it's an AR. So you just feel a little more speedy with this, but if you're playing like solos, duos, trios, and maybe you can use it in quads if you're smart with your ammo, it's a nice little melt machine, man. I love the way it feels, and it wrecks. Next up, what we got here is the LACHMANN Shroud with the conversion kit, which surprisingly is very melty in the close ranges here. For our underbarrel, we've got the DR6 hand stuff to help all of our movement benefits here, with that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed being increased by 8 to 7%, and we get a bunch of movement speed to chase down our opponents or run away. Our laser here is just going to be the 1MW quickfire laser because I don't want to have my laser visible when I ADS, and this is just going to give us a small advantage of 3%. If you want to get even more of an advantage, but you want your laser to be shown, the Kimura Rai L33 laser light is amazing for giving you a ton of sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. You want to make this gun super snappy, or you can even go with the VLK LZRS and MW. But keep in mind, when you use these lasers, you will have your laser visible. So when you ADS, people will see you. So up to you what you want. I like the quick fire. Ammunition here is going to be the 9mm sub OP to have no enemy skulls, so if teammates see their teammates are dead, they might be confused and be like, wait, was he actually dead? And then you also get target flinch so that their bullets bounce up a lot more in the middle of a gunfight, and they're going to be more prone to missing shots, which is pretty sweet. And of course, I almost forgot, the Jack Decimator conversion kit is what you got to rock on the LACHMANN Shroud to make it as overpowered as it is, to make it full auto and give it a super fast time to kill. And lastly, our magazine is going to be the 50 round drum mag. You can use this or the 40 round mag if you want a little bit more speed, but I feel like you do need all the ammo that you can get, especially because this gun doesn't have the best range potential. But there you guys go. When it comes to LACHMANN Shroud, even though it has a really fast time to kill up close, I just don't like the feel of it. It has decent movement, you know, personally, it works out okay for what it is. But I just don't like the feel of the recoil at times, and I don't feel like I can stretch out my ranges too well. But if you can master this gun, you might end up liking it. It might be your favorite SMG in the game. Plus, I hate how unversatile it is with attachments. It's pretty much the only build you can make. And for our last long-range gun to use here, we have the KASTOV 545 with conversion kit, which allows it to have 0 vertical recoil control. So starting things off with the aftermarket parts, we got the Jack Requiem conversion kit, which, like I said, gives it basically 0 recoil, as you can see in the weapon stats. 100%, 0% recoil in the vertical direction, and then we're going to take care of some of the horizontal recoil with another attachment. This is so sweet to have. So our muzzle here is actually going to be the Cases Brake, which, like I said, is going to take care of the horizontal recoil entirely and give us some firing aim stability. With this attachment and the conversion kit combined, you will legit have no kick at all to this gun. It's going to be so easy to get opponents at longer ranges with a ton of ease. Our ammunition is going to be the high grain rounds because you can't put a barrel on this gun. This is going to boost our bullet velocity and our damage range by 15%, allowing this gun to melt a little bit faster. Optics is going to be the good old Jack Glasses optic because it's simply the best optic in the game. And our magazine is going to be the 60 round mag because it's what allows us to have the most amount of ammo possible. And like I said, with the KASTOV 545 here with conversion, it's simply just a nice comfort gun. If you really don't want to try at all when it comes to Warzone, you just want an accurate beast, this is all you gotta use. It might not kill too fast as some other weapons, but it's reliable, it's accurate, and it's a nice little change of pace within your gameplay, which I like entirely. And for our last gun here, I'm actually going to be putting out the MCW with the conversion kit, making it one of the best close range SMG metas within the entire game. Starting things off, we're going to put on the Jack Raven kit aftermarket part, which boosts its gun's fire rate majorly, gives us some great movement advantages, gives us some great damage values, and this allows it to pretty much have one of the fastest times to kill up close, even faster than the SMGs when rocking with this thing. Very underrated, but there's some downsides to it in terms of the ammo. For a muzzle, we're just using the Scratch 20L suppressor to stealth the minimap every time we instantly shoot, and we get some extra firing instability, so this gun is even more accurate when we're trying to stretch out our ranges. And all we lose is 1 measly % of ADS speed, so it's like no downsides at all. On the barrel here is with the DR6 hand stuff for the ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, bring up the gun quickly for faster time to kill, and then even more movement speed to make this gun even more cracked out. For the stock here, I personally like the A90 Venom stock. Some people like the Jack Cutthroat stock. I think the Venom stock is better just because you get a little bit more movement speed and sprint speed in my opinion, and you strafe a little bit better, and you get more recoil control values out of this than the Jack Cutthroat stock. So up to you what you want to use. I like the Venom stock though. And lastly, for our magazine, we got the 40 round mag, because we can't put anything higher. It'd be nice if we could put on that 60 round drum mag or a 50 round mag, but we only got 40 rounds, and this is the major downside of using this. So really only use the MCW with the conversion kit up close if you want to be an effective close range beast. Like I said, has some amazing movement speed, amazing time to kill value. This thing is legit a laser beam. You can even stretch out the ranges a little bit if you can master the accuracy, but besides that, it's a really nice SMG alternative. But there you guys go. Those are my top 10 class setups right now for Warzone until the Season 4 Reloaded update. So, rock with these joints. Let me know what you guys think about them. And what is your favorite right now? I definitely want to use Attack V a bit more because I really enjoyed using it personally. But that HOLGER just has that accuracy, which is really sweet. But anyways, drop a like and subscribe for more videos on Warzone in the future. And keep being big ballers. I love you all.